actually want to talk about social media because social media is it's a gift. It's an absolute gift because, you know, Amy Dunlap, I know you've been doing this for a long time. I think she's like 20 years in the industry. And used to, you were limited to the people that you could reach, my impact, join your team as a customer, all those things. You were limited by geography, who you knew and who you ran into. And you don't have those limitations. So if you're sitting here going, I just don't know that many people, lucky for you, you live in the day and age of the internet and social media. And so I want to also encourage you, just like I'm saying, audit your own perfect 10, right? I want you to audit your social media. And I want to break down into 4 parts. When we say build on social media, this is my opinion. So run it by your leader, but this is my opinion. There's 4 parts. And a lot of times you'll notice you're doing 1 or 2 of these parts really well, and you're ignoring the other 2. Okay, so that's my overview of what this looks like. So I want you to picture social media, and I want to picture 4 little bubbles. I'll drop a graphic in here, but I'm not going to do a graphic right now because I don't know how to do that on Facebook. But your 4 parts to social media is posting. And that's where your consistency falls in, what Amy taught in yesterday, your brand, consistency, you know, all those things. Are you speaking to your ideal client? Are you adding value? Are you using your posts to the best of their ability, right? So I want you to rate yourself on a 1 through 10, you know, how you're falling. Maybe you're consistent, but you could improve your value and quality a little bit better. Maybe give yourself a 7. I don't know. You know what that number is. The other thing that you want to look at is, we got posts. Next is going to be building relationships. Are you proactively building relationships? Just like Amy says, she goes into her stories. Are you responding to people, but taking it a step further and being active? So this may look like you make a post and you go the next day and you're like, who all liked it? Who all commented? I'm going to make sure I go to their pages and I look at what's going on in their lives and I see what they have coming up. And I'm going to start a conversation to make sure they know that I see them, and I'm building offline relationships. This is the antidote. If you're one of those people who says, man, what do I say to somebody I haven't talked to in 10 years? And I'm like, you have to build a relationship first. I don't coach cold calling. I think life is beautiful when it's done with people. And so get to know your people, get to know the people that God has already placed in your life, and go build relationships with them. Figure out where they're at in their life and what their needs are so that you can speak authentically to them. So build relationships. How well are you doing that? Are you posting and not using all those comments and likes as leads, and you're not even building relationships around them? Hello, leaving money on the table. That's what that means. Build relationships. Number 3, checking my notes. Number 3 is the direct ask. And I'm piggybacking off of Amy's training because yesterday it was so good and that should be fresh in your mind. So I'm just referring to that so you can see how this all ties together. Are you directly do the people know that you have products that they would benefit? Are you sharing your product line? Are you sharing your opportunity? Are you sharing your girl tribe? I mean, we're all tribe, but right now we're all about women right now. So girl tribe, are you sharing these ways that you can show up in people's lives and asking them directly to take a look? Now, like Amy says, you're not doing this often. Maybe 1 in 10 posts. Are you saying, hey, have you thought about doing something like this? Have you thought about trying this for this problem? Have you directly asked? Are you directly asking? Okay. How well are you doing that? Audit yourself. This is an area that I need to get better on. This is where I would rate myself really low. I don't feel like I do the direct ask enough. Okay. And then 4th quadrant of this is are you finding new friends? Are you finding new leads? Okay. Are you looking for people? Are you expanding your network? Are you going into Facebook groups and finding like-minded people? Are you posting in groups and adding value? Are you doing things to grow your list? Because you may have a lot of Facebook friends that you've acquired over the last 20 years, and maybe they're not really your ideal client. Maybe they don't really have a lot in common with you. So you've got your storefront filled up with all these people who may not really be your ideal client, and you may be missing the mark on that. So go find some new people. Just because you already know people and you have a lot of friends doesn't mean they're your ideal client. Go find people that you genuinely want in your life. You genuinely want to know, what they're doing, what their interests are, all that kind of stuff. So out of those 4 quadrants, I want you to rate yourself. Right? So I'm going to run back through it again. There's the posts, there's the building relationships, direct ask, and finding new friends and leads. Okay? Do you see how if you're not doing all four, you are not using attraction marketing? If you're posting and directly asking all the time, and yet you're not building relationship or finding new friends who actually may be interested in what you're posting, you're missing it, girl, right? Maybe, yellows, I'm speaking to you, maybe you're spending so much time, you know what everybody's got going on. You're building relationships, friend. You know what's going on. You know where they're going to vacation. You know all those things, but you don't really like posting. And gosh, I don't think you've ever really directly asked. But you like finding new friends and you like building relationships. Y'all, that's not a business. That is a time suck on social media. I love that you're making new friends, and that is totally awesome. But if you're wanting to build an online business, you're gonna need to post some of your life and directly ask them to look at what you're doing, right? So, okay, you need to drop in the comments below, rate yourself on those 4 quadrants. And here's the thing, we're not looking for perfection. You're totally off the hook. So I want you to figure out what you can do to grow. Just what's one thing that you could do to increase your rating in that area, right? What's the one thing that you're dropping the ball? So tell me the one that you're going to start on right away. What's one thing that you can build into your daily method of operation? And you can fix this. You can totally turn this around and you can start growing attraction marketing. Like we said, if you're somebody who doesn't want to, hey girl, into somebody's inbox or start a conversation with that you haven't talked to, and you want people to just be like, hey, what are you doing? Or maybe you're having a normal conversation and they're like, hey, I've been meaning to ask you, you posted about an energy drink. If you want attraction marketing to work for you, you're gonna need all 4 parts. Let's grow them together, friends, and cheer each other on. Drop in the comments. I wanna hear where you're at. Y'all have a great day.